Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods, y'all.
He won the Arnold Palmer Invitational again.
And he looked good. He looked like the old Tiger doing it.
He
I
looked.
heard a lot of people I heard Skip Bayless talk about. Oh, by the way, fuck Skip Bayless. I heard Skip Bayless talking about how he looked a little nervous, and of course he would. I mean, if you haven't won in 30 months, you might be a little when it came to making putts. But it's Tiger Woods. He wins a tournament before Augusta. He now knows he can go down on a back nine of a tournament with the lead and win a tournament. That's something he couldn't do in 2010 when he had the lead on the 10th hole at Augusta. He was just kind of recovering. So, two questions here. I was clearly wrong. Tiger appears to have a little bit left in the tank. Is he your favorite? Are you taking Tiger or are you taking the field at Augusta?
I would take the field. If you're asking me which golfer is the most likely to win, I might still go with Tiger, but the field is a better bet at Augusta. But I will say this, not only did Tiger win, and not only did he demonstrate that he can close, which used to be his strength and recently has been his weakness, but he looked fit. Tiger looked more physically fit than I have seen him in a long time. And if for somebody whose physical problems have been a big concern lately, that's got to be a big confidence booster going into Augusta. He looked fit. He was close to the top for greens in regulation. He's driving the ball a really long way, which is a huge benefit in Augusta. He destroyed the par fives. You've got to feel like I don't know that you take him over the field, but he's got to be the favorite.
We'll say this. Rory was not playing, and I think that was like kind of the only big name you could think of who was kind of not playing that you really care about. Generally, I want to take the field, but something tells me that everyone's kind of been saying this who's involved in golf. Tiger's just waiting until it all comes together. He's waiting. It's coming. It's coming. And if he's about to go on a run, we're going to see that this Masters. I'm like 51-49 the Phil versus Tiger, and that's getting close to being 50-50.
Yeah, and it's look, I'll say one thing about the way this has been covered in the last couple of days. I am sick of sportscasters making up dumb questions in order to try to drive conversation. And the dumbest question you can ask is Tiger all the way back to where he was when he was great? That's a stupid question. We don't have enough data to answer that question. We've seen him win a tournament. Of course, he's not where he was when he was winning all those titles, and he was always winning, and he was winning a record number of golf tournaments, regardless of whether they were majors. That's a dumb question. You don't need that question. Tiger Woods is playing really great golf again right before the Masters. That's enough. It's going to be enough to drive television ratings. The Masters is the most beautiful tournament to watch.
It is.
And now you've got Tiger in the mix. Of course, if he plays well, it'll drive ratings even better. If we could get a Tiger Rory McIlroy twosome at some point during the course of the later rounds, it would be fantastic. It would be even better than Tiger and Phil. Enough. Stop asking dumb questions. We don't need that. This is a great story.
It is. Tiger looks like he's back. I don't really have another comment beyond that. But no, it's something I did want to bring up because it looks like he's primed to maybe make a little second half run. And he's one tournament win behind Jack, and he's still 4 Masters behind him, or 4 majors behind him. He looks like he still may have a chance.
Well, Jack didn't win the 72nd tournament, which is what Tiger just did, until he was well into his 40s. So maybe that record is over. But yeah, if he's in contention at the Masters, I don't even think he has to win. If he's in contention the last day, that's a big momentum swing for him, and it's a big story for golf going into the major season.
I disagree only in the sense of I think if he doesn't win it, you're going to hear people who are making the claim that you're making, which is that he's not back. And maybe it is because of something that he did. Now, if some other golfer goes out and just destroys Augusta and there's nothing no other golfer could have done, then, yeah, you have a point. You could make the claims under normal circumstances. Tiger would have won had it not been for X. But if he goes out there and he's in contention and he misses some putts or shanks a shot or something, then you're going to kind of have to wonder. I think Tiger needs this for him going forward It's the tournament that he loves. It's set up for his eye well. He really needs to win this tournament.
And look, I disagree with you in one way about this. I feel like Tiger doesn't need to be where he was when he was at his best. He just needs to be good. We just need to have Tiger Woods in contention regularly at majors. We don't need him to win every one. We just need to have him in contention. And the circumstance in which I think he would really lose this momentum is if he goes out and plays really poorly. If he misses the cut, if he ends up 12 strokes down at the end of and it's not because one person had a great game, it's because he just didn't play particularly well, then I do think that hurts him. But if imagine that Tiger is, 5 shots out of the lead on the last day, and he starts that thing that he always does where he starts coming back, and whoever, let's say McIlroy's ahead of him, and McIlroy ends up beating him by a stroke or two, that's still a great story for Tiger, and it's a great story for golf. The headlines or the discussion the next day will be, now we've got a competition between Tiger and somebody good again. And we never really had that. If you could get a sustained competition between Tiger and Rory McIlroy, that would be fantastic for golf.
It would. It'll be what they thought Garcia would have been.
Yeah. Before it became clear that he couldn't close.
No. Speaking of people who